And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we've seemingly cleared most of, if not all of, Stormvale Castle of any treasure. Obviously, we might be missing something, but we did a pretty thorough sweep in the last 3 episodes, kind of storming the castle, taking down the Lord, and then kind of mop up. So, I'm figuring this time around, we can, well, start off trying to see there is one part of the castle we couldn't get to. Which basically is... Hello, friend. What are you doing here?
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? BUT the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments.
Okay, I mean... We've been able to do this from Grace for a while since helping him out. But, since when did we become his master, though? And alright, alter garments. Oh, nope. Alright. Okay, I mean, it's doing the exact same thing as being able to do it from our own menu. Just don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
So he doesn't want me to alter from Grace? How many runes do we have right now? Is it only 85 that we have right now? Because I'm kind of like, you know, I'm willing to entertain him. Let's have him alter the commoner's garb just to be friendly. Alter the commoner's garb altered? Yes. Okay, you can put it back on if you wanted to. That didn't take any runes.
Oh, going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys.
Okay.
BUT the seamster at your service, Master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
I'll admit he's kind of weirding me out, and I guess we'll have him put the cape back on.
Oh, going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys.
So I wonder if he's always going to be at this Grace, or whether he's going to appear at other Graces? Because, like, I kind of figured that altering at Grace was, like, implicitly him doing the altering, but it sounds like that's not the case. So I do love the celestial sky here. Alright, double checking. Alright, yeah, we only got 85 runes, because we did deplete quite a bit last time. So alright. Now that I'm no longer being distracted by our friend there, let us head over this way to see if there's not some path to get to the island part of the fortress. Oh, that is wrong button. Alright, Golden Rune 1. Oh, Church of Erith. As if to say, it's another Church of Martika, but no, this is Erith, who... I don't know who that is. Oh, hello. Can you tell me about this place?
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then, perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied Glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
Alright, donate 10 runes? Sure.
Well, bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
I mean, sometimes that's the best sorcery, like summon light bulb or something. Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc, Starlight. Oh, create starlight to illuminate surroundings. Hey! That said, they're all a bit pricey for us right now, and at least the first two. I could have sworn I could learn this from our teacher.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. Oh, right. I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
Okay. Tell me about this glintstone key then that I'll assumedly need at some point to get in.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery, but still, my place is at the Academy.
I mean, we can do that, but we're going to be taking down the master of the Academy, which I don't think it'll be the place of learning he's hoping it's going to be after we're done with it. But about Selen.
You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things.
Interesting. Cool to learn more about our teacher. And I do want to, I think we can get these other two from our main teacher, but I don't think she was selling Starlight, so I'll try to get this from him. 2,500. Which I do believe we can probably be able to pop those open. Oh. That's the key. Opens the locked door in Stormvale. Where did I get this? Oh, I remember now. That was basically part of the side path. And then we get Roger's Rapier, which piercing sword of superior quality, featuring intricate ornamentation. Signature weapon of the sorcerer Roger. High dexterity is required to wield the blade to its full potential, but mastery is a sight to behold, characterized by a flowing style which excels in successive attacks. Skill, Glint Blade Phalanx. Skill used by the enchanted knights who serve the Carrion royal family. Form an arch of magical glint blades overhead, which will attack foes automatically. Followed with a strong attack to change this skill into a lunging thrust. I mean, sounds alright. I'm a bit surprised it doesn't have magic as part of it by default. But it is 17 dex, and we have a mixed history with rapiers in these games. I'm more interested about basically the claws, and technically we also got the fisticuffs in the recording before last. Which, where are they? There they are. The Castus. Which, are these? These are strikes, so that's blunt damage. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Oh yeah, that is not why I went into the inventory. I went into the inventory to try and get 2,500 runes here. 10. There. Oh, nope. Dang it. I meant to actually do that a bit more calculating-wise. Alright. Go down. Use a selected number. Sorry. 10 should be 2,000. Now we have 200. 4, 6. There we go.
Back to learn another? Why, of course.
Alright, study. Let's grab that Starlight. And then the others we'll try to learn from our teacher. Alright, pick up this. A Sacred Tier, which is Improve Sacred Flask Potency. Which one is the Sacred Flask? Is that a new type of flask we don't yet have? Oh, I mean, this is a sacred flask. Okay, modeled after. Okay, so sacred tier, blessing of the Erd Tree, worshipped in the churches of all lands. This is but a faint vestige. Increases the potency of a sacred flask's restorative effects. Can be used after resting at a site of grace. During the age of the Erd Tree, these tiers were used to spread the faith, for there was once a certain blessing. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, what was this one? An iron charm that resembles a massive weaponry, boosts maximum equip load. This talisman was derived from an unusual great stone once wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance. By how much does it increase our maximum load? I am always looking to increase that. Up there it is. Ooh, by 10. Okay, that is hard to pass up. And stamina recovery speed is nice. But an additional 70 to our equip load is also quite nice. Although, and that is one thing I've been debating about, it does kind of feel like we're at capacity weapon-wise here. So we're going to have to start being a bit particular about what we bring along here. I mean, obviously, basically, our two bread and butter right now are dagger and the katana. It's hard not to justify a longbow somewhere in the repertoire. The shield's also really nice. But the big thing is, we have Somber Smithing Stone, so at some point a boss weapon is going to become part of this group here. Obviously we need a communion seal to do actual, what do they call them? Incantations? The miracles? I would like to have a sorcery one too. All the better if we can somehow fuse the two together. It would be nice if we had a weapon that kind of also maybe doubled as a, blade and a thing. One could argue that basically the shield should only come out on occasion, and then we move the longbow over to that sector, and... Well, no, I mean, the shield is nice for, new things. I really wish there was a shield that maybe doubled as a torch. Something like that. It's okay, since we don't need the equip load yet, we'll keep the turtle talisman on for right now. And alright. We'll leave the guy be, although he should be on the map now. Cool. Sorcerer Thops. Okay, looks like we need to head a bit more to the west here. Oh yeah, supposedly there was a way to change hands here. There we go, okay. This way we can actually see where we're going while riding Torrent. Huh. Yeah, I am really not seeing a way to get to that island. Be careful, Torrent. Don't go falling to your death with me on you. Yeah, so it's like, what is... we should be seeing something. Oh, it's far, far below. Which, I mean, this starts arcing downward, so I wonder if there's a cave network, maybe. Okay, another graveyard. Yeah, I'll say. Come on. Yep, come at me. Dang. Ooh, okay. He is quite the beefy boy. Dang it. I did not expect that skeleton to be quite a bit stronger. Well, attack-wise. Defense-wise, it was slightly better than the standard fare we're used to, but... We are using a... Whoopsie. Did I mean to do that? Wait. We have the altering our flask ability now here. Flask. Increase amount replenished by flasks. Use the sacred tier to increase the amount of HP FP replenished by your flask? Yes. Increase the amount of HP FP replenished by your flask. Cool. Okay, so this is going to require 3 golden seeds to increase our flask uses, but we don't actually have 3. Yeah, we have 2. So I assume from here on out it's always going to be +1. So next will be 4, then 5. Ooh, this is a big graveyard. I am also half debating on... It really feels like we should try to buy a no-skill Ashes of War if we're able to. Ooh. Crystal Bud. I'm intrigued. But first... we're going to try and keep our distance so the ones hanging from the tree don't get involved. Come out again, mister. There we go. You get down from there. Oh, for a second I thought they weren't going to fall on their own, which is why I used a another blade shockwave. Okay. Yep, there's another warming stone. But crystal bud, widely found in Liurnia Lake. A young plant, crystallized before it could mature. Mature use for crafting. So many crafting things, which we so very rarely use, because... like... I feel like if you're going to have a crafting system like this, you need to do what kind of like Monster Hunter does in the modern era, where it's just, you can select certain items to auto-craft once you get the materials. Because otherwise, needing to remember to go into your menu now and then, and being like, what do I need, and this and that, it's like... rather it just autofill. Yeah, okay, we should definitely check out, though, this crag to see if we can't find a cave. From the cave, we can't get across the area, and then go over to... Huh. It has a church there, either of America or someone else, but they have one of those statues. Alright. The question is, do we go to the other side of the graveyard, or do we start heading downward? I'm tempted to check out the other part of the graveyard. I feel like we might also come across some further undead stuff for our occasional employer, the beast clergyman. Oh, Academy Scroll. Give to a learned sorcerer to acquire new sorceries. Great Glintstone Shard and Swift Glintstone Shard. Okay. Scroll the Academy of Rea Lucaria, the Glintstone Sorcery's place of study. Could have sworn that we could already learn those things from our teacher, but we can try giving her those just in case. I expected maybe a bit more from this graveyard, but no one else is coming out to greet us. Oh, the row of fruit. Okay. We're pretty low on mana. Is there any way to, like, raise the torch up? No. Ah, more row fruit. I thought the material we could gather was that thing that was rolling past us. I like how the music is being extremely ominous. For apparently no reason. Okay. Let's step off of Torrent here. Poke our head over the cliffs, as much as I dislike doing so. Oh, I know, that's part of where we're trying to get to. Yeah, it really feels like there should be a cave around here. Or, lacking a cave, some sort of teleporter? It's like, nothing above. We're at kind of a certain time of day where the shadows are hitting in a peculiar fashion to make it a bit hard to tell one from another, in terms of, like, is it just a stone wall? Is it an entrance? Then we can try looking around here. Alright, let's bust out. Wait, no, we should have it equipped, right? The telescope. I just don't like being next to a giant cliff before I use it. Alright, not seeing... like one of those, like, teleporter arcs over that way. Okay, so if we do that, that backs us out of it. And I'm a bit curious about... like, can we see a teleporter thing from this angle? Because that's kind of suspicious, but... the rest of the castle is very low poly from this angle. So I'm getting the vibe that maybe not the intended way to gain access here. I'm looking kind of right there to see if any teleport point there. I mean, the fact that there's a statue there almost kind of makes me suspect that, like, if there was a teleporter, it'd be from the church that is right behind us. Kind of maybe, like, go from one statue to the other. Okay. Being very careful, again. Do not like heights. Oh, can't look further down. Of course, now it's raining. But it's like trying to see where that stone pillar that's kind of like knocked over slides to. I just really get the vibe that there's a teleporter somewhere. And it might be in the castle itself. Maybe it was something that we missed. Because I think there was a comment earlier mentioning how it's connecting back to the castle, but... we never came across the teleporter... I mean, teleporters are hard to come across, so... yeah, but we never came across one that was pretty obvious, or not. Also kind of a bit curious. Why does this... Iloth, or whatever her name is, how is she different than Marika? Assuming I'm remembering the mother goddess correctly. Like, I mean, there's things, there could be a jump puzzle. Dang. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything obvious, so... alright, let's not spin our wheels too much here. And we've tried looking down below, we've tried looking around the graveyard. Okay. If I remember correctly, this should give us... oh. I want to place a beacon. Come on. There we go. Alright. We should at the very least grab that to just reveal some of the map for us. Assuming it's not in too ominous a location. Not a big fan of us having to go through that camp, but maybe it's not too bad. Ooh. The Marcheria leaf. Which, if I recall correctly, that's the blood one? Alright, golden rune. And here we are. At least the lighting is starting to basically brighten up a bit with the rain. Just making sure we're not missing any cave again. And not seeing it. It's alright. Let's head toward this camp. Be they friend, be they foe. Either way, I should probably prep. Friend? No friend. I'm assuming this is blood and not rot. I keep hoping to be able to stab them with my dagger, but... There we go. Get some health back. Hello, everybody. Come on. Of course, they're going to be throwing stuff at me. There we are. And... Gotta make use of our extra crit hit from our dagger. Tee hee 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 hee. Dang, didn't drop anything. His duds weren't too bad, so I was kind of hoping. Okay, Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook. Which, let's see here. Gives us Cuckoo Glintstone. Contains information on foul sorceries such as they were called. A record of crafting techniques left by a Glintstone craftsman who served the academy. Was that truly all the people in the camp? Alright, Smithing Stone 1. Quite honestly, I thought they would be putting up more of a fight. Okay, I see Grace, and I see potential merchant. And a blue flame? Okay, going to assume this is because the sorcerers are nearby. Alright, let's touch Grace. Yep, merchant man, cool. Hello. Take the butterflies.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
I raise an eyebrow to him saying little nook when he's literally on the side of the road. Like, it couldn't be more obvious if you wanted to be. Ooh, okay. We got some cloth gear. And a staff. I mean, we can't use a staff. Requires 16 int, but... Okay, I definitely want a lantern. What does it mean by stored? I'm curious about that. Okay, an S-stock. And obviously basically smithing stones, which are always good. Oh, we are literally one short of the lantern. One rune short. Alright, let's go to our runes here. Okay, we're gonna at least sell one of these. So we can buy this. Now the question is, do I want to break the bank going into getting all these? I really wish there was a way to, like, take a look at how do I look when I have the gear equipped. I mean, we've yet to come across a staff so far. But I feel like we'd probably get outclassed pretty soonish. Like, we'd probably find another, like, you know, this is a staff and a dagger, or something like that at some point later in the game, by the time that we would actually use any sorcery. I mean, if we do. Like, the current plan is still to put stuff into faith and go more on miracles. We have done plenty of games so far in our climbed Elden Ring where we used int and sorcery, so mixing it up, and most pyromancy and pyromancy adjacent things this time around are incantations and not sorcery stuff, so I also do like a good hood. But this combined together is like 3,000, 4,500. Yeah, like it will cost a pretty penny. So okay, we'll leave it be for right now. I mean, I'm obviously more intrigued about the lantern we just got. A small waist-worn lantern that illuminates surroundings. Use once to turn on, use again to turn it off. While its light is dimmer than that of a torch, it has the advantage of freeing up the user's hands. Which, man, that is definitely a big thing for us. So, okay. I mean, I guess we have additional slots here. We can just throw it up over here. Wait, where is it? Here we go. Okay, not too bad. I'll give it a go as we kind of venture into this swamp water here. Although, should have Torrent at the ready here. Our main goal right now is still just to get the map for this region. We're not looking to dive too deep quite yet. Because I still want to check out Southern Limgrave. And quite honestly, there's a part of the... Okay, we're gonna have to deal with these guys. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, how many did I pass and how did I miss them? Alright. I just want that map thing that you guys are guarding. I was waiting for him to jump at me so I could dodge, but I didn't expect him just like to softly push me. Can we crit backstab? Alright, give me that map. Nope, that's Grey Violet. Map Liurnia East. And then get this to mark itself off. There we go. A new map has been found. Liurnia East. Ooh, okay, there we go. Now we're seeing more of the map. Okay, okay. So, okay, so the map is bigger than I thought, which is good. Because I was a bit concerned sometimes, I've been like, this feels kind of small. But alright, the world's opening up us to up. The world is opening up to us. Alright, next one I want to go after is that one. So we've got what we've come for, so let's go over to the Selenia Crystal Tunnels. Because also over this way, get my dagger out. Okay, so when it's turned off, it doesn't even show on your model at all. Okay. Now, I do recall there is one of those like little glinty rabbit things along the shoreline here that we didn't know last time that we were supposed to stab. I heard jingling. But maybe I'm just crazy and thinking of those giant... Which I guess, according to a previous comment, these are the poison pustules mentioned prior? Alright, we're gonna ignore all you. I am more intrigued by... Alright. Okay, didn't think these things were like weird doll things. Although, Quite honestly. Okay, didn't see that coming. You with the arrow, stop that. Huh, so they kind of go berserk when you hit them. I mean, they're cool looking. I don't give them that much. Alright. There we go. Poison armament. Ooh. I do love the ability to poison my armaments. Enchants right-hand armament with poison. Incantation of the Servants of Rot. Enchants armaments held in the right hand with poison. This incantation can be cast while in motion. Those who dwell within poison know rot all too well. The death that begets life. That comes to all equally. That is to say, it is a cycle of rebirth put into practice. And we can use it right now. Nice. I mean, obviously not right now, because we need to equip it, but... stat-wise, though, it is, very usable. Okay. Now the big thing is going to be... getting through this very ominous swamp lake thing. Of course, we're still considered in combat due to all the poison pustules. There we go. So I could try to circumvent the lake, or I can run through it. I guess we can run along the shoreline for right. Alright, never mind. The shoreline runs out. Alright. Well, our choice is made for us. And thankfully, Torrent does not seem to mind swimming through the, fetid waters, as it were. If anything tries to attack us, we just keep running. Alright, Torrent, buddy, pal. Why are you... oh, that's why, alright. Invaded by Millicent. Yeah, times like that where I need the pole arm. Alright, we'll be back for you, Millicent. It's like all PvP fights, it's like, alright, get the pole arm out. Mess with their ability to judge distances here. Alright, where are you? My old pokey pole arm. Alright, and we're still medium with that. Alright. Thankfully, our runes will guide the way back to the exact same position. In hindsight, maybe I should have, swapped on an equip onto the, pole arm, but oh well. Why do I see... oh, it's Grace out in the swamp. Okay. You know what? Sure. Alright. Head towards our runes, but... I know, it seems not the best idea to, tempt fate with the bugs, but... mainly want to ensure that don't come into this like arena area at a strange angle. There we go. Hello, Millicent. Dang, jump at the... ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh. is that, and I'm kind of glad they didn't come join the fray. Alright. We could do a summon, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Hopefully. Well, probably. I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt. Dang it. Alright, here are my ruins here. Oh, okay, we can't use our summon anymore around here. Oh, okay. Are they buffing her? Guys, my fight isn't with you. Trying to fight this person. I don't know how we aggroed 3 of them. Alright. I feel like what I need to do. Over here. Grab. The fact that, there we go. Alright, and now... There we go. Okay. So she gained super armor during that move. Oh, and I like how that the one guard over there is like, what's going on over there? Try to join. I almost wonder if I need to take care of the weird scarlet dudes first. Okay. Runes are over here. Alright, where are you? I know you're patrolling around here. There you are. Come on. You know, it's not gonna work, so just walk your way over here. Here we are. Yeah. Come on. Come on. I know you're gonna try and attack me later on if I don't take care of you now. Don't make me walk through the waters. Now I'm infected with scarlet rot. Dang it. Oh, the rot had already started to drain us pretty strongly. I was wondering, I was just like, I should still be at full health, but I did not take in consideration that. I guess I'm close enough to wherever the stake is, that we could summon our friend out. Alright, let's get over there. I'll admit, I cannot remember if we picked up our runes prior or not. Okay, we did. Cool. Oleg, your help, please. I'm merely hiding here to calm down the Scarlet Rot. There we are. I want the loot in case it's some of their armor. Yeah, clean rock gauntlets. Cause I admit, they do got drip. I will give them that much. I wonder if summons can become infected by Scarlet Rot or not. Alright. Now we run back over here. Oleg, buddy, pal. Gonna need your help here briefly. There we go. He tries to find his way over. Hopefully I'll still be alive by the time he does. Dang it. Couldn't get away in time. I came a lot closer to taking her down, though. So I think it's a strategy, because I want to take her down, because so far these red guys tend to give us some pretty good weapons. Alright. Where are my runes? Here we are. Alright. Continue your patrol, good man. Gotta be careful of the rot. Alright. Hopefully he picks up on the hint to walk over. Okay, more like blighted bodies. Being a bit careful through the rock. Dang it. And we are rotted. Boo. Part of me is almost tempted to use one of the anti-scarlet rot things, but I get the feeling those are going to be at a premium later on. Right. The spot itself is in scarlet rot? Why am I... Oh, did it not actually, like, fully clear it? Alright, what we're gonna do... Actually, I'm gonna go back here. How far did this night patrol? Okay, they do kind of the full hug around here. You know, this is not the worst guy to grind, given potential armor. Yeah, the rot just builds up so quickly. Still no loot. But okay, we're going to rest again. I wonder if it, like, maybe we, like, linger and then it's, yeah, there we go, okay. So, okay, what we're going to try and do this time, we're going to run all the way to the point where we're invaded. There we go. Alright, begin trekking backwards here. And then... Alright, she's still coming. The question is, by her running past a guy... Alright, cool. Probably gonna take down. Whoop. There we are. Sacramental Bud. Millicent has died. And some golden runes, including a golden rune 10. Alright. 5,000 runes, not bad. Also the Clean Rot Gauntlets. Gauntlets of the Clean Rot Knights celebrated for their undefeated campaign in the Shattering. The Clean Rot Knights vowed to fight alongside Melania, despite the inevitable, if gradual putrefaction of their flesh. Their acceptance of their fate made these battles the fiercest of all. And then the Sacramental Bud, an immature bud containing fresh blood, mature and used for crafting items. Believed to originate long ago from a strain of buds cultivated with youthful sacramental blood. Exceedingly rare to find, used for crafting. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna rest at the site again. Okay. We should no longer be taken off of our horse now when we try to run through the lake, right? That was only because we got invaded, right? And so far, that theory is holding true. Ooh. Okay. What? Oh. You little bugger. There it is. Ash of War, Poisonous Mist. Nice. Another old pyromancy spell. We will look at that once we are in a safe place and not in the middle of a giant poison swamp where there is no nearby grace. Huh, still Golden Rune 1, even though that Khalid is pretty high level. Friendly camp? Friendly camp! Yay! So first... Map Khalid. Okay. Get rid of this. Alright. A new map has been found. Khalid. Huh. It's more the southern bit than I thought. So I guess this northern bit is not Khalid. Although, no, the deep sea for well, basically, that's at the bottom. So it looks like if we want to get up above, we have to kind of like go through this road.
Buying or selling?
Buying. Ooh. Ah, the champion stuff that, what's-her-face is wearing. And note, gravity's advantage. Note imparting knowledge and brief. Okay. I'll give Rotbone Arrow, Arrow Fletched, and Rotbone. The Great Helm, a sturdy great helm made from iron, though it is uncomfortably heavy and obstructs the vision of the wearer. It provides considerable damage negation. And Champion Headband, Headband Reserve for the Badlands Bravest, proof that the wearer has slaughtered countless foes. Following the example of their chieftain, Horo Leux, the brave warriors of the Badlands shun excess adornment. And okay, so pretty much very similar description for the other ones too. Pretty light, though. I'm kind of liking that part. I'm also a bit curious about the gravity's advantage, so I'll get that. Okay, so need like 2,000... No, 3,000... No. Because we almost have 1,000, so 2,024. Let's see here. Like, I'd prefer to sell basically the lighter stuff first. So, 2,000. And then a single one of these. Alright, let's get this. Even though we're kind of copying what's-her-face's looks. It's kind of a not a bad set. Alright, let's see gravity's advantage first. Gravitational power that pulls can bring flying foes low. Okay. Kind of already figured that, given... Yeah, and there was a comment in a previous video about the gravity pull that we got from the dude on the beach would be good against the eagles in Stormvale. Which we didn't really need in the end, but... And then also, the Ash of War grants it armament the poison affinity in the following skill, Poisonous Mist. Bathe armament in poison, then splash spreading toxic mist forward. The armament retains its poison for a while. Ooh, I like. Map of Khalid and environs. Okay. That's a bit curious here. Alright, so if we were to equip the champion stuff, so it's actually lighter than the bandit stuff. mean, obviously it doesn't seem to protect as much, surprisingly. But that one's heavier. Okay, okay. So it is a bit of a mixture. Mm. I mean, it's not too shabby. I do kind of like the, you know, the Badlands champion warrior vibe it's going for, but I don't know. It doesn't look as cool as bandit stuff. All right, where am I? There we go. Yeah, bandit machettes. Could mix and match. Like maybe instead of the bandit machettes, we go with the wait, where is it? Oh yeah, the champion bracers. I think basically keeping the full set, maximum appeal. Alright. We're once again low. Oh yeah, we didn't come across any grace here. Just trying to see. It feels like there should be grace given both merchant and map. But I'm not seeing these signature swirls of grace. Though it might be the other direction. You know, towards that giant, friendly, screaming skull mountain. Ooh, and we have a little side path here I didn't notice. Oh, ooh, golden seed. You just know that later on, I'm going to come across this and totally forget I got the golden seed, and then being like, why does this one not give a golden seed? But it is fine for right now. Whoa, uh-oh. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, how do I get back to the road? My curiosity got the better of me. Don't hurt the merchant, giant bird. Good. Bird, please, give up. How far is it going to chase me? Ooh, giant beach. Ooh. Is that the bird, or is that something else? You know, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna keep running and hope for the best. Alright. Is this grace? No. It is probably a sign saying, why are you here? You're gonna die. Nope. Don't want to go near that giant weird skull dog. Stop by the shack. Alright, not the wording I thought it would be. Yep, alright, and that dog thing is alive. And I am still in combat, so I cannot check my map. I do not like that freaky mummy dog. The thing is, we're trying to get above, though. There we go, finally. Okay, so the branch off is from this gateway. But where and how? We saw basically like it falls downward, but it doesn't seemingly go upward, though. Hmm. I have to be out of my mind to try and sneak through this mummy dog thing, but... I mean, the sign did say that we should swing by the shack. Like, I get it could be a trap, but... Gotta have some trust. Alright, cool. Hello, person. Gowry's shack.
Oh, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure indeed. I am Gowry, a great sage. In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along. A strapping young tarnished, able to cross the scarlet swamp of Liurnia. Don't fret, I'll provide fine recompense. Should you accept, I will teach you the secret of Celia, the town you see there.
Alright, hear the request. We can hear him out.
Ah, then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl. Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Celia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness.
That name, I know that name because we might have already killed her shadow that tried to murder us, my good friend.
The rotting sickness that afflicts Millicent has no cure. When the Erd tree flourished, even the demigods could not stave off its effects, despite their nigh godhood. But Millicent's suffering can be ameliorated. For this, you are to find a certain needle. Seek the deep scarlet swamp of Liurnia outside Celia's bounds. The needle, made from unalloyed gold, is lost somewhere there.
Okay, needle in a swamp haystack, as it were.
First, you must find the unalloyed gold needle. It's hidden somewhere in the deep scarlet swamp of Liurnia. Then I will tell you, as promised, the secret of the town of Celia.
Okay, and I assume repeat dialogue?
First, you
Yep,
must
alright.
it's hidden some. Then I will the secret.
Yet again, I do not trust the dog. Or, at the very least, I do not trust the dog not to charge me and attempt to rip me shred to shred. Is there really no grace around here, though? It really feels like there should be grace somewhere around here. Like, it's kind of the entrance to an area, and normally those have grace. We're going to try and be very, very sneaky here. As we just try to see if there's any big ol' shiny thing going on here. Celia, Town of Sorcery. Yeah, nothing's really standing out in terms of grace. Yeah, that's the one in the swamp. I guess in theory, it kind of... we could just go from the swamp and go this way. And it's a bit sad that this entire cliffside here... actually, it looks like if we were to go over there, go upwards. Yeah, let's check that out. I want the map to be pristine as possible. So, okay, we go north, and then there should be... wait. Okay. I'm gonna try and feel out things here. It looks like if we go this direction... double checking. Alright, this isn't the canyon that we were down below in before, I think. Actually, it does appear to be that same canyon. Huh. Which, then we know from personal experience, then, that there is no way out. How rather vexing. And part of me is tempted to try and jump this bit, like right here. It does appear that there's any hope of doing this, it would be here. You know, in hindsight, ooh, Grace! Alright, quickly, get us out of battle. Alright, cool. Although wait, real quick. Still no contact from our maiden, right? Yeah. How very strange. Alright, yeah, add charge flask. Boom, boom. And then... yeah, not memorize spell. Ash of War. Alright, we're going to remove the one from the torch, so we have the lantern now. We're going to put that on the shield. Yep, keep that standard. I mean, if anything should have poison, probably the long pokey stick. Like, the other ones are a bit tempting, but we kind of got holy, sorcery, so I guess this for right now? And we could make it poison permanently. But I think standard's fine for now. I think it's like the Uchikatana, where we keep it standard, but the ability will grant poison. Alright. And then... okay, shouldn't be too far off here. So, if the other one we got, though, was Khalid, for map, then what would this one be? I thought that would be like Khalid South. But... between the wind kicking up and that long tentacled tail, I am on guard. Is that a dragon? Alright, map Dragon Barrow. Alright. Alright, we have to get spotted. A new map has been found, Dragon Barrel. Ooh, okay. Alright, leads to the Bestial Sanctum. You know, if there be any volcano, you'd think this would be a volcano right here. I mean, we did get Grace not too long ago. We could try fighting the dragon. Oh, there are two dragon. Alright, never mind that. Screw that. Alright. I have more sense than to try and fight two dragon at our current power level. So, let's head to South Limgrave. Let's see what's in this little southern area. Because from a distance, it didn't look any different than regular Limgrave. Alright, Torrent. Let's go right south. Hopefully we can find an obelisk pretty quickly, and then find out what that region is called. Because I can. Alright. To ride across, or to be more strategic? We're going to be a bit more strategic. In fact, I'm a bit curious about how, our poison will do. Yep. Saw that coming, which is why I didn't want to basically bring out Torrent. There we go. Ouch. Oh, good old poison mist. Fond memories. But say, good sir, you're looking rather ill. Okay. Not too bad. Honestly, I thought it'd be a bit worse trying to get across the bridge. Alright, another stone sword key. Oh, yeah. Supposedly there was a, something that we missed at some point. I think there's like 2 fog doors we've yet to tackle, if I'm vaguely recalling a comment from a previous video. So I might be mixing one up with the original area, but supposedly I came across one in Khalid somewhere. A fog door that we're unable to open. I do wish I could recall where, though. I don't think it was at the Smoldering Church. And obviously, here's where we fought basically the twins. Oh, it could be the Forsaken Ruins. But alright, let's see. Let us proceed further. Ooh. Dead bodies leading to a seemingly innocent girl. Hello.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn, to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander.
Okay. Let's see, you're a blind maiden, and I have an eyeball for a blind maiden.
I fear for father's life. The servants are full of wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle? My soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
Alright, we can deliver the letter.
Thank you, dearly. Then please, take this.
Irenia's letter.
Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please. Please, if you wouldn't mind, deliver the letter to my father at the castle. He can be stubborn, but I'm sure he'll come around.
Okay. No option to give her the eyeball. Or just a real quick one to top off here, since valleys are made for being ambushed. We can probably leave them alone, but do they have treasure here? They do. I want the treasure. Morning Star. Alright, not bad. Dang it. There we go. Took me by surprise, that one did. Okay, more demo-humans. Hello, monkey men. Dang, I tried grabbing materials. Come on, me. Just grabbing this that you guys left behind. Ooh. Ah! There we go. Ash of War, Mighty Shot. I am intrigued, but now is not the time to be reading the description on that. Oh, here we go. Grace. And a merchant. Nice. Alright, pop this. Rest to reset combat. Alright, still can't talk to our maiden. Ah, okay, there's a map up ahead. And hello, merchant man. What do you got?
I am no selling.
Oh, same dialogue as the other guy. So far, they've been pretty unique. Alright. Iron and scale gear. Ah, bit of a mismatch of things. And demi-human mobs. And a bastard sword, which, An iron helmet showing rust on the edges. Cloth covering the mouth and neck provides some resistance to poison and other irritants. Scale armor. Armor reinforced with small metal scales. The cape covering the shoulders is made with treated rock lizard skin. It provides ample protection against fire. Ordinary iron gauntlets. Well-made leather trousers. The lower legs are each bound in cord for ease of movement. And crimson amber medallion. The Erdtree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the Age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. A primordial life energy resides inside. And boosts maximum HP. Which, not too bad, but also not, like, exciting. Alright, let's get this note on demi-human mobs. Alright, we already touched the Grace. Knight, 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 fight me. More knight cavalry. Feels like maybe sword. Dang, wasn't able to actually hit him with that. There we go. The horse is definitely going to go down before the rider does. Oh, that shoulder tackle. Alright, not too bad. I mean, honestly, this is a far more unelegant weapon compared to the old polearm that the other one is using. Gonna take a drink. Alright, come on. Dang it. Whew, okay, that was a bit dangerous. Okay, ouch. Okay, the horse is almost down. There we go. Enemy felled. Ash of War, Barricade Shield. Ooh. And Knight Rider Flail. Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's see, how does this flail... Okay, we can't use it. 24 dex. I really thought it would be strength. A flail with 2 additional bludgeoning heads, the weapon of the Knight Cavalry who ride funeral steeds. The large spikes make it highly effective at inducing blood loss, but also demand higher dexterity to wield. Skill Spinning Chain spins the striking part of a flail at high speed to attack. Follow up with a normal or strong attack to link the momentum of the skill into a successive attack. Okay. Yeah, we can't use it effectively, but more curious as how it looks. I gotta say, like, I really thought the chains on these would be a bit longer. Like, when the enemy was using it, it was a bigger model. It's slightly lackluster, not gonna lie. Also kinda curious how the, Ooh, okay. I know we can't really wield it that much, but... Giant hammer. Although even then, I feel like some of the previous Souls games, like, they were bigger before. In the Morning Star, battle hammer comprised of a globe attached to a handle. Though a bludgeoning, though a bludgeon, dealing strike damage, the appellative star is covered in spikes which cause blood loss. Ironic given its name, this weapon often reeks of blood. Alright, and then that's basically kick as its skill. Okay. And we never actually took a look at the pike. A long spirit featuring an especially lengthy handle, specialized use for long distances. It boasts the longest range of any melee weapon. Incredibly useful even against foes on horseback, but hard to wield in cramped places. Skill charge force. Okay. It's actually longer than the halberd. Okay. And then... Oh, 20 strength. Okay. I thought that was dex there. That is pretty long. Okay, and they're all the thrustering strikes. Not too bad. Honestly, it's almost a bit more tempting than my halberd. So we never gave our fisticuffs a go. Yeah. I do love me some fisticuffs. Go full monk. Interesting how even these kind of feel a bit different. Yeah, but like no matter what though, it really feels like you need like a range element, because again, a lot of the PvP fights, the enemies just have trouble with range in general, which I do like having some way to just kind of to cause some issues there. Now this one is strength again. I'm definitely split between what the other stat is for Beyond Faith that we should kind of put points into. But obviously for now, the halberd. And now think about it. Yeah, we put away the torch. Okay, we're still medium load if we get our longbow back. Alright, good, good. Okay. Let us go ahead and rest. Oh yeah, then we need to basically find the map for this region. Let's go ahead and put a marker down on it. Should be just up ahead here. The thing is, though, there's like multiple castle type things here, so I wonder which castle girl was referring to. Alright, hop off horse. Alright, map Weeping Peninsula. Alright, so big guy is shooting arrows at us. Of course, basically, can't even check out the map since he's trying to shoot us. Okay, those just look like regular barriers. Yeah, that's the main archery, but minor archery there. Well, I guess we can just ride forth. There we go. Successfully blocked. Assuming it's just one of those big old golem guys again, right? Yep. Okay, good. Yep. Gotta be a bit careful. Interesting, this one has more self-preservation than the previous one had. There we go. Yeah, let's take a drink. Alright, now we can check our map. A new map has been found, the Weeping Peninsula. Ooh, a little poison swamp there. So adjusting my posture here real quick. Ooh, I wonder basically if over here, similar to the other areas, if that right here is another Everjail. But alright, why was a giant golem guarding a castle? They tend not to be team players, alright? Get the Grace! Now they said they heard howling. Oh yeah. Nope, not Oleg. Where's my lantern? Alright, not too bad. I'm a bit curious, so if we send the elevator up... No, nothing from the depths. Although the elevator is still going. I hear the rattling of chains. Or the screeching of bats. It doesn't sound like though the shimmering of the normal bugs of the Ashes of War. Although, that does remind me. Ash of War, Barricade Shield. The Ash of War grants no affinity to an armament, but imparts the following skill, Barricade Shield. Skill made famous by Sir Neidhart. Focus your energy into the shield, temporarily hardening it to deflect greater blows. Usable on all shields. Slay the demi-humans mob the leader first, and the rest will lose hope and panic for the, nope. Alright, we already kind of saw that before. And very... like, the goblin things from Diablo-ish. Irenia's letter given by Irenia, addressed to her father, the commander of Castle Morn. Gorgeous silken handkerchief, lightly stained with blood. Words can be made out within. Oh, it actually tells us of the region here. Map of Dragon Barrow and environs. The dragons that escaped the Scarlet Rot made a nest of the plateau to Caelad's north. Thus it was named Dragon Barrow, and none dared to enter. And map of the Weeping Peninsula. The peninsula to Limgrave's south is named for its unceasing rainfall, redolent of lament. Interesting. Map of Khalid and Environs. Khalid, known as the locale of the last battle between General Rodhan and Millennia, Blade of Miquela, is a vast land, consummately marred by Scarlet Rot. And then Liurnia East, map of Liurnia's eastern region. The majority of Liurnia, known for its vast forests and ever-present fog, is sinking into a lake. The eastern coast is home to a high road running north and south. So, where are our maps? Nope, suddenly free runes. Ominous. Yeah, these are spells. Here we are. I'm kind of curious about Limgrave's description. The demesne of Limgrave, far south of the Erd Tree. Oh, we're far south in Limgrave, not in the middle of the map. It's bordered to the northwest by the cliffs of Stormvale, and under its present or ever-clouded skies roll the great steppes of the Pale Lands. In Limgrave East, other than the Mistwood which envelops the south, it is known for its lane which leads to Khalid, a path trod by many a soldier in the past. Okay. I think that's all the maps we've gotten. Oh, Seofra River. Two great rivers flow beneath the lands between the Seofra and the Ansel. This vast region is said to be the grave of civilizations that flourished before the Erd Tree. Which, yeah, in hindsight, we haven't come across another one that kind of goes underground in a while. Alright, not seeing any jump-off points yet, even though I'm not spinning the camera at max speed. Okay, appears to be demi-humans that took the castle. Were the demi-humans the servants? I want to put the theory to the test about the leader. Oh hey, it's like our blacksmith friend. Look, your leader is dead. Flee. No? Not gonna flee? Alright. Got trapped against this one block of stone here. Interesting, though. Oh, in hindsight, I should have sent the elevator back down. My mistake on that. Alright. Lantern. Might as well get Ola get the ready to kind of help mop up here. I do wonder if girl's dad is even still alive, given the state of the castle and all. Yeah, so looking at the time, technically we're over on time for today, but we'll push forth just a tiny bit. It's like, where are my ruins? Oh, they're there. Yet again, got caught on that. Oh yeah, we're out of mana. I was like, why isn't this not working? Way to go, Olog. Although I must say, for how many that we just killed, not a lot of ruins, I must say. Alright, smoldering butterfly. Who do we have over here? Oh, Pumpkinhead. There we go. It's just like Ole going for maximum aura there, slowly removing his two swords. Oh, look, if you want to throw a punch. There we go. Alright, smithing stone. I do like how cool Oleg is as a summon. Just big ol' knight with 2 blades. That's something to aspire to. There we go. Alright, beast blood. Do feel like I should try and clear out as much of this area as possible. Smithing stone 2. Get him, Oleg. Okay, there's only the one. I thought there was more here. Alright. Nothing there. Nothing over here. I guess all of these are bodies. Alright, fire grease. Alright. If we go any further, Oleg will not be able to follow, so let's first sweep this area. Oh, okay. In both areas, Oleg will not be able to follow all the way. But that should be okay. I'm thinking if we go inside, maybe we find What's-Her-Face's father. Ooh, treasure. Okay, claymore, not too shabby. I honestly expected this to go upward and not down. There we go. Really hope that wasn't her dad. This one also goes up. Do we have any secrets below? Looking like that's the case. Although, definitely a fall down area over that way. Alright, that's back in normal Limgrave. I think. Actually, might not be. Because that's the minor Erdtree I think we still need to check out here. Alright, more fighting going on up here. Alright, good, good. Did not mean to hit you. I'm on your side, people. Diplomacy is going wrong right now. Hooray, we did it, guys! Okay, I don't think they're gonna be friendly. Hopefully her dad isn't one of the people trying to attack me. For all calling Finger Remedy. Lord Thornbolt. I guess in theory these guys could be the servants that are attacking. Hmm. Okay, I think he did see me. Alright. Steel wire torch. I mean, we don't really need torches anymore, but no, not crafting. Torch wound with metal wire. The flame can illuminate dark locales or be used to attack enemies. Heavier than a normal torch, but the heated filament boosts fire damage dealt. Skill fire breather. Blow into the torch, spreading flames in a wide arc forward. Or a frontward arc. The flames on the ground will continue to burn for a short while. Not too bad, albeit, I mean, obviously, don't really have any need for that. I mean, part of me is like, I could replace the bow. But I think we could probably use the glint thing and, like, swap out the bow for something that shoots a glint spark. Okay, well, here, night... No, no, that's not night. That's someone cleaving dead bodies. Okay, there's where the ladder would otherwise normally loop around into. Was there nothing else then up here? It's not looking like it. Unless... Yeah, we just gotta check out this over here real quick. Oh. No. Huh? No, okay. This looked like a ladder from a distance, maybe, so... But yeah, we can't really parkour our way over. So, okay, so I think, yeah, we just kind of loop around. I say somewhat hesitantly, because there was that, like, potential drop-down area we saw over here. But I don't think that's survivable at the fall distance, so... And it might just be more decorative than not. So, okay, let's... Yeah, fall over here. There we go. And that's just the tiny area. Yeah, some of these guys do have functional wings. Get down here. Whoa! Alright, so they have basically an aerial grab thing. Ouch. There we go. Pole arm might be better. Alright, going to room 2. Yeah, so let's check out this path here first. I get the feeling, ambush. mean, it was, but not the ambush I expected. I still expect flyers to kind of fly in from the left and right and just, like, start unloading. Alright, so the next down 2. I made a chest with some stuff in there. I'll admit, I did not fully say it in terms of basically a chest with a ladder, and the chest probably has stuff in it. I was too distracted by the potential for loot and treasure. So why is this elevated? I mean, I do get the vibe, potential drop-down area. That said, we are starting to get more and more and more ruins to the point where I'm starting to feel a bit uncomfortable about the prospect of death, given how long of a trek it would be to come back and get our ruins. Oh. For whatever reason, I thought there was an entryway into this tower here, but nope. Okay, so actually, yeah, we are supposed to fall. Oh, there we go, Grace. Excellent. Glancing at the time. Like, we're technically over, but I feel like we're near the end of this. What's basically a dungeon? Although, boy, that's kind of not ominous, but that is a teasing of something greater. Okay, can we level up? No. Okay, behind the castle. I realized just now that I rested, which means everyone behind me has respawned. We'll press forward a tiny bit to get enough to at least level up. Okay. Well, further falling is doable, and there's a treasure that way if we take it. That said, I get the feeling that there is treasure this way, too, if we jump across and go down the hole. Because I hear jingling. Alright. Ooh. There we go. Hello, ghost. Are you the dad? Please help me. I'm of noble blood. If those hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but that. Please, think of the disgrace. Okay. Big old turtleneck. Ooh, hello. Alright. And I keep on hearing the jingling of a scarab. And then more slime. Just real quick if we go backwards here. Okay, nothing. Oh, oh, slime down the alley. In hindsight, how sensitive to magic are you? Oh, more than one, alright. Doubtful this will do anything, but I'm curious. Alright, I mean, they actually got poisoned, which... a slight surprising, given that they're basically walking piles of filth. Okay, glass shard. Ah, okay, that's a health flask scarab. You know what? Sure, we'll do it again. It's like 2 retreat. Yeah, it does feel like maybe just Uchigatana in general is better. Although, nah, okay. Okay, another glass shard. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright. Oh, hello. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. There we go. Long haft, long... Wait, long haft or long shaft? Long haft, alright, long haft axe. Large axe with a... or large iron axe with a long handle. Weapon of the maltreated misbegotten. Making use of the force generated by its lengths, this weapon's resentment, charged blows are difficult to stop. Skill, war cry. Alright. I feel like at this point we're seeing most standard skills. But okay. Treasure up here. And like it has to be guiding us down there for some sort of confrontational fight, right? Alright, I saw treasure from a distance. Here we are. One day it's gonna be a mimic again. I just know it. Twin Blade Talisman. Enhances final attack of chain attacks. Ooh. A talisman depicting a twin blade and a confessor. Enhances the final hit ending with a chain of attacks. The twin blade technique is a tradition of the confessors, who closely guard the secret of how they preserve the momentum of their attacks. Thus is the final strike of their onslaught all the more deadly. Okay. Okay, that has to be a boss down there. Like, it's a gateway that leads to an island that is so boss fight coded. And some weird stuff down there. But yeah, we should wrap things up. I think I probably have enough to level up now. Actually, maybe not yet. Because I think we need, like, what, like 9,000 something? There we go. I wish we got a mana flask too out of that, but oh well. Are those like special jellyfish or something? Okay, good. I'll admit being a bit worried there. I do wonder if we're gonna find the dad. Like, it feels like we have to, right? Of course. Heights. Why'd it have to be heights? Alright, Physics Stone 2. Hmm. I hate rats. I did not come this far to die to a normal dude. Okay. Phew. Ooh, whip. I do like the whips in these games. Or, I enjoyed the whip in Dark Souls 2. A leather whip, not originally used for combat, but as an instrument of pain. Though its supple attacks cannot be thwarted by parrying or even guarding, it is incapable of dealing critical hits. And then skill for kick. Okay. Also in hindsight. Okay, we do have enough dex to use it. More grace. Excellent. What is this one called? Behind the Rampart Jail. Okay. It's like behind the castle, behind the Rampart Jail. Alright, how close are we to a level up? We're still pretty short. By like 1,500. Why are these jellyfish different than the other ones that we're accustomed to? Okay. Whoa! Hello, jellyfish. Oh, what? It's like we're so close to leveling up. So I guess we should probably just fight whatever's here. Although, ooh. Secret. And I'm going back up here to see if there's any treasure. Okay, throwing dagger. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like if I were to fight the boss now, I would forget about this little thing here. Don't be a big crab. Don't be a big crab. Don't be a big crab. Why'd I have to be a big crab? Just fire arrows, really? Just gonna run. Just gonna ignore the big crab. Okay. Get the katana ready. Liurnia misbegotten. Whew. Oh, yeah, forgot. We need mana for that. Get him, Oleg. Oh, look, my hero. The Grafted Blade Greatsword. There we go, that's enough to level up. That said, where was her dad then? Alright, Lost Grace discovered. Alright, level up. MP or health? Probably health. We're still trying to get those to 20. And then we'll start putting stuff into side points. Huh. So her dad's not around here. I mean, he could be the one in the jail, but... Oh, wait a minute. Did we have to use the letter maybe in front of the dude in the jail? No, okay, so it's not usable. And just standard bodies all about. But okay, that'll be the mystery that we attempt to solve next time. Trying to track down this lady's dad here. It has to be somewhere within here. The only other place I'm kind of thinking is that, like, the jellyfish still go along the other part of the shore a bit. Like, yeah, like over there. So it might be some sort of, like, hidden entrance. Beyond that, I'm just like, I guess there's the other rampart we're never able to get to. And maybe the ghost in the jail is some sort of special interaction if we can kind of, like, elicit that out of him? Question mark? But alright, let's go ahead and call things here for today. Yeah, not too shabby. We got, what, 3 new maps. We fought at least one boss. We took down that Red Shade and Khalid, who then we got the quest to heal them as well. So, you know. So far, Red Shades seem to not be connected to their actual counterpart. But I do wonder. It was a bit strange, but Khalid in general is still a bit dangerous for us, so we still got to build up. Oh, actually, before we go, let's take a quick look at that Grafted Greatsword we just got. The Grafted Blade Greatsword, 40 strength. Ooh. The storied sword of Castle Morn, a revenger's weapon. It is burdened with oceans of anger and regret. One of the legendary armaments. A lone surviving champion from a country now vanished was so determined to continue fighting that he claimed the swords of an entire clan of warriors. Unique skill, Oath of Vengeance. Swear an oath upon the greatsword to avenge the clan, temporarily raising all attributes for a certain duration. While the oath's effectives are active, poise will also be increased. Cool. Weird, but cool. Alright. And now let's go ahead and call it. Like I said, we're not done the castle yet. Next time we'll basically... Wonder why the jellyfish were briefly red there. But yeah, next time we'll try to see if we can't find her dad still. Hopefully... by killing the boss we didn't, like, set an event in motion where the dad is now dead and she's gone? You know, actually, before we call it... I know, I've done that twice now. Two fake outs. Let's go back to the Bridge of Sacrifice and talk to her. Maybe... like, is she already dead or something? Let's make sure she's still being like, please find my dad. If she's already dead, then obviously the moment has passed. She's dead. Can we do anything with that letter now? How very, very strange. I feel like that is a quest failure on our part. But I don't know how else things would have gone down. The castle was already pretty ravaged by the time I got there. Were we maybe supposed to kill the guys in the valley that maybe we're chasing? I have many questions about that. Alright, not many. I have a few questions about that. Mainly, could we have saved her? And 2, how? If yes to the first question. But alright. Do we still investigate the castle? Probably. Next time, basically, we'll still check out the castle, check out the ghosts again. Oh yeah, there was one rampart we weren't able to get to. I am very tempted to go to it now, but no, we will save that for next recording. I've done 2 fake outs now for ending the video when I should have already ended it. But yeah. Progress today? I want to say it's progress. We got maps. Maps are progress. We got weapons, which are progress. So, yes, progress. So, alright. Until next time. Later.